Sound off like you've got a pair, and welcome back to the channel. We are again playing Kerbal Space Program. We have field tested the Orbiter 2. We've made a couple of modifications to it. It's on the Steam Workshop right now. We have added the ability to recover the booster stages, at least 2 of the booster stages, which will save us a lot of money in the long run. And we are going to attempt to do a rendezvous and flyby of the Mun. I've already checked. This thing carries more than enough fuel to be able to make it there and back. Yeah, we've added parachutes to the nose cones of 2 of the stages. The 3rd stage is in we get rid of that in space, so it's going to burn up in the atmosphere. It's not going to survive re-entry, so we don't really worry about that. But we are going to be able to recover the first 2 stages of our boosters, which is very useful. We're going to set the Mun as target, and we are going to let time go by until we have a good launch window. If you don't know how to set up a launch window for your Mun encounter, right there. There it is. That's what we're going to launch towards. We're going to throttle up to 2/3, and we are going to launch and do a rendezvous with the Mun. Complete that contract. Do a little rotation so that we don't screw that up. I'll bank over this way. This thing is never easy to fly. Stop it. Bank it over about 10 degrees or so. Gonna lose that first stage. Parachutes are deployed. Those should make it down in one piece. Let's realign this so that we're actually on a good trajectory to the Mun. Plenty of fuel. I hate the fact that it's so dark out. I'm gonna have to make another turn after this next stage is deployed. Those. I have to spin this around. There we go. Keep the nose up. Excellent. We want to keep the direction marker above the marker for our target, the Mun, so that we continue to head in essentially a straight line for the Mun. Let's get that angled up a little bit higher. I knew that was going to drop once the surface to orbit marker moves. It's always, the orbit marker is always lower on the horizon than the surface marker. Completed contract. Oh, okay. We tested. We completed a. We didn't even realize that we were completing a contract, but we completed a contract. That is awesome. I always like accidentally completing contracts. We keep burning because we are on our way to the Mun. This is a very stable spacecraft, even though on launch we have to do a lot of rotations. I'm thinking about redesigning it so that we can launch without having to do our rolls. but I kind of like it. I kind of like having something to do during launch as opposed to just pressing keys. All right, we burned that stage out. We can get rid of those. Don't need them anymore. Got full fuel with our main assembly. Got to keep an eye on our apoapsis. We don't want to bypass the mun. We don't want to use any more fuel than we have to. Keep this as lined up. We don't want to be any more than a degree off. We don't want to be like that. We don't want to be any more than a degree off. Now, you would think that it'd be easier to make it to the mun if we just flew straight off of Kerbal, but it's not. We want to have an arch so that we intersect because everything's in motion. Just gonna keep pressing that out and keep this kind of targeted on mun. So, get a couple more degrees off. Ooh, wrong direction. A couple more degrees off. Speed. Altitude. There we go. Now we got half of our fuel in the main stage. We still have another stage to work with. We upgraded our tracking center so we can actually add in maneuver nodes, and I love maneuver nodes. We're gonna give us a good flyby, but we want to be kind of close-ish. We have a nice curvature on that. Have to use too much fuel. Just keep that curving. Keep that curving. Let's see, periapsis on the mun. No, we don't want to land on the mun. Mun periapsis of 14,000. 38,000. 7,000? 12,000. I like that. 12,000 is good. We don't have to do much speed adjustments. We're going to line our craft up, line our ship up with our maneuver node, and then we're going to time-lapse to the maneuver node, do our burn, and make our encounter with the mun. Get that lined up properly, and I will see you when we are doing our maneuver. Alright, we are ready to do our maneuver. We're just gonna burn. We're not gonna worry about the node time or anything because this is a very small maneuver. We're not going for anything major. Slow it down. That way we could stay kind of precise. Ooh. Let's get a little bit better. Ooh. No, we messed that up. That is the story of my Kerbal Space Program career, messing things up. I'm gonna fix that though. Come on, we want want to fix it. We want to fix it. I believe that's good. Let us remove that maneuver node. Let's see, what's our periapsis at? 14,000. Excellent. Let us warp to our. Yeah, we don't want to exit the solar system. I mean, we don't want to exit our planet. We're gonna warp to the Mun, make our encounter, do some science. Excellent. I think we should orbit the Mun. See, we're gonna add a maneuver, slow it down. Nothing major. Actually, we don't want to use too much fuel. We're gonna get into no, we're not gonna do a Mun orbit. No, because we can probably get a contract to do a Mun orbit, and I don't wanna mess that up. So we are not going to do a Mun orbit. What we're going to do is we're going to attempt to leave the influence of the Mun and fix our flight path around Kerbal. Excellent. We can do that. Once we are on a path back to Kerbal with our science, I'm gonna return with that, because there's no, I mean, you already see we got the maneuver node set up. You saw how I did that. There's no need to sit here and waste valuable time, you know, demonstrating me just drifting around. So line that up. Excellent. So we're gonna do some science, and we're gonna do a flyby of the Mun and return home. Where are you, Mun? There you are. Awesome. We're coming in a little fast, but we're going to be alright because we still have fuel to burn. Right there. Deploy that. Engage those. We're going to use that to, we're going to use our Terrier to help us burn off the excess as we're coming in. Yeah, we've successfully burned off a poo-ton of speed. So our landing should be very soon. We're going to get rid of that. We're going to ride this baby in. Alright, we successfully splashed down and have recovered our vessel. We have earned 87 science for that, 572 funds from recovered parts, no real reputation gains. We got some experience. We got a star for our pilot. We're going to check our tracking station and make sure that our debris... Let's see. Ooh, we're going to terminate that. We don't want that out there. It appears that none of our debris really survived. None of our stages seem to survive. I'm not entirely sure why. I will have to check that out in our test facility. We have got a marvelous amount of money. We completed the accidental testing of the radial mount drag chute. We broke a whole bunch of milestones. Speed record, first flyby, escape of the gravitational influence, more flybys. Excellent. That's a lot of money, a lot of reputation, a lot of science there. Exploring the Mun. That's complete that contract. Explore the Mun, complete that contract. Explore the Mun, complete that contract. We have our program going to raise more funds, so we're getting a poo-ton of money from that as well, which is very useful. That's going to help us upgrade all of our facilities. We completed 2 contracts. We're going to see what's available to us now. More atmospheric surveys. We want to test the poodle while orbiting the Mun. Interesting. Rendezvous 2 vessels in orbit. Yes, we're finally going to have things like that. Ooh, we gotta take EVA reports on the surface. It seems like a very simple one. We can do that easy. Do that for the money. Good amount of science too. More ferrying of tourists. Suborbital spaceflight. Orbit around Kerbal. Yeah, we can do that. We can do both of those easy. Fly by the Mun. Radial decoupler landed. Yeah, we could do radial decoupler landed easy. All right, so we've got an outrageous amount of money. We've got enough science to actually we need miniaturization if we're going to do that docking, and we will need aerodynamics landing. Nope. Advanced flight controls if we're going to do that docking. So we need to take that, and we need to take that. So we needed to spend that, which is sad. All right, in the next episode, I will be doing that the docking. We will rendezvous the 2 vessels in orbit. Off camera, I'm going to be doing the ferrying of tourists. We've already established that we can do that. The suborbital and the orbital flights are really simple. We're just going to do some minor modifications, attaching the passenger module to our spacecraft. So that's going to be super simple. We're going to upgrade a couple of our facilities. We'll talk about that in the next episode. Any things that I've done off camera, I will talk about in the next episode. All of our spacecraft that we use is available on the Steam Workshop. I will be posting them there. Be sure to check that out. I'll put a link to our Steam Workshop in the description below. But as always, safe flights, happy travels, and this is PFC Havok signing off.